Hi there, I'm Tanya Vinegar and I just finished the workshop, and since I still have the whiteboard, no one wiped it off yet, I thought I quickly shoot a video for you guys so you get a little bit of insight, because I think it was quite a productive workshop and we worked through a lot here. So I was just sharing the 3 concepts I work with to manage or help me manage my PTSD symptoms. Like you might know, I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder myself. And I like to be aware of every moment, but which mindset I work under. So I have the 3, we have the victim, the survivor, and the thriver mindset. So I constantly check in with myself, constantly. So you might be aware of the survivor and the victim mindset, because when people talk about the childhood abuse and trauma, they always talk about victim and survivor, but most people leave off the thriver. Really annoys me because just because you had childhood trauma doesn't mean you can be a thriver and have an amazing life and reach any goals you want to achieve. Okay, so we want to have the thriver on the board, and that's where we want to head to for sure. So quickly, so the victim mindset, it's all about survival. Okay, you're in the victim, you're triggered, you use your coping mechanisms that we have here, but this is just defensive or aggressive, or if you dissociate like myself. So they're the mechanisms we learn in childhood. If you didn't have the nurturing parent or a caring, loving caregiver that helps you through difficult times, we had to learn our own skills to survive. And if a child learns skills themselves to survive, they're usually not very attractive as an adult, so to speak. So there are things that we have to learn to manage better as we become adults. That's something I've been working on for many, many years, trying to rewire my brain to not automatically go into those coping strategies every time I'm triggered to just become really defensive or dissociate or any of that. So as a survivor, you kind of started working through some of those issues, and you're kind of fitting in, and you're kind of in a safe place, so to speak, because if you have complex PTSD like myself, feeling safe is not really, I don't think I have the wiring to feel safe really, but you're in the place where you're not in an immediate danger. So you removed yourself from an environment that is life-threatening, truly. Okay, so you're comfortable here. As we said, as a thriver, you express your authentic self. You're really passionate about the purpose in your life, okay? And another thing we mentioned is ANTS. That's a term Dr. Daniel Amen uses. It's an acronym. A stands for automatic negative thoughts. Okay. My brain is full of ants. So they can make your life a living nightmare, really, those ants, when they're crawling around. But they're usually beliefs and thoughts people instilled in you as you were growing up, and they really, really don't serve you. Okay? As an adult, we can choose right here, right now, I no longer believe that, and it's finished. And I know that sounds really easy. It's not that easy, but it's another thing you do when you are in a victim mindset is a black and white thinking, and that's something I'm very aware of that I do. So especially when it comes to people, because if you've been at the receiving end of people treating you horrible, you're very likely to put all people into the same pot. Okay, so no one is trustworthy. Okay, people are not trustworthy. So this is very black and white. Well, when you're in a survival mindset, you have kind of goals. You're in the day-to-day living, you have some setbacks, but you're kind of quite centered, you're okay with that. And you have no shades of grey. There's some people out there, you can trust them to a certain level, you can have some fun, you can go to the gym with them, you can go on holidays, you can let them into your life a little bit, or however far you're comfortable with. You have some boundaries for yourself and all that. Well, as a thriver, you have a clear vision. You have a passion that gets you out of bed every morning, that you dream, your mission, and of course you have the full spectrum of colours. Sounds great. Even as a thriver, you still have setbacks in life, and you might slip back to victim, go to survivor, make a victim and back to thriver. So it's a constant. That's why we had that loop here. So especially initially, the more you spend with coping mechanisms, the more you're stuck in the victimhood mindset. Okay, and the more you practice to manage your symptoms and rewire your brain, that's why that loop's over there. The more you're in a survivor thriver mindset. That's where you want to be. So the more you practice, the more you keep pulling yourself out of this victim mindset. You want to get out of this. It does not serve us. Okay, that was a brief overview. I hope you find it helpful. I'd love to read your thoughts, so please blog below or on the website or Facebook page, wherever. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. Thank you. Bye.